Hello. Heyo. And welcome everyone to another exciting edition of Hash Church. What's going on? A little bit of a topic change today. We're going to be debating your thoughts on different things around the world. It could be positive. It could be even more positive. Today we're asking you, hi, do you like pizza? Slash salads? We're going to put salad. And then we're going to showcase what type of salad we're making today. And we're going to let you decide what's your favorite thing to nibble on. Show every message, including those messages from those who are not subscribed. Welcome to the show, everyone. I'm your host with the absolute most. This right here, info. OMG, bud. OMG. Ramadan. I got the way to go, baby. So, today we are discussing how hot I am, of course. I'm just gonna wait for the chat to fill up with newbies and doobies, okay? Always looking for some goobers to come through the chat, so we'll put this here, and we're just gonna continue on with the show. Put this over here, yo. Like so. Slide this over, yo. This way. And overall, today has been a slow start to the day, but it's always a good day on this show. Let me tell you why. We have this up here, which we want you all to recognize how hot I am at all times. Please keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle if you are also a hottie. As there are a lot of non-hotties outside of the vehicle right now. Right now. You know what I'm saying? You don't want them snatching you. Stay inside. Now, we may begin. Let me put this away and then we're going to get started here. Alright. Let's grab a satchel, actually. No, we're going to create it. We're going to start a new one here because there'll be plenty of satcheling to do. So we'll satchel up this. Should have something to do that with, but here it is. Alright. It's a very exciting day on the show today. We'll do some fine trimming. Clipping and dipping, baby. You already know. Get up and close onto it. And when you get when that's done, oh yeah, what's my name? Some beauty Maximus, you know? Alright. So, let's start with this here. That. Pop and drop. Like so. Like so. That's what I'm talking about right there, baby. Now, we got these things. Got that going. Let's begin. Ramadan. Ramadan, Ramadan. All right. This beauty. A bunch of these. You already know. All right. This is how we do it. Cat desperately wants to go outside. I refuse to oblige him. It's not that I don't want to let him outside, it's that he shouldn't be outside yet. It's cold out. But Cat will go outside fairly soon, and when he does, oh, trust me, you'll know. You'll be the first to know, in fact. I gotta paint the last piece of the floor in the laundry room bedroom, in the laundry room in the basement there, and then the whole basement's fini with the paint. And we're just moving towards our final goal, which is the exterior work, and then a lot of exterior work, and then everything's done outside and inside. A couple things to do. We got some flooring to put in, which would be nice. If you're in the chat, make sure to drop a like, share the video with your friends. Tell them about the day's festive words, and make sure you enjoy the show. Okay, we've got this one did. She did. We ain't overpacking, and we sure as heck ain't overstacking. Just gonna call her right there. That's how we do it, baby. It's Friday night. All right. What, babe? Hang, hang on, guys. I can't hear my wife at all. Yeah, baby? I'll bring it to you right now, dear. There's actually, ended up getting you two. I really screwed up big time, I know. Let me get it to you. Here's one. Where's the other one? Yeah. Alright, guys. Taking my wife some oatmeal cream. No, thank you. I appreciate you offering though. I got that for you, dear. I know what you like, honey. It's Friday night. Yeah, we're celebrating all week. We're celebrating my wife's 20 years in business. So, when you find somebody that you love, you celebrate the things that maybe that they love or maybe that, like, that they're good at. We can definitely say she's good at it. She may not like to do it all the time, but she doesn't hate it. She actually probably does love it. She may not want to, do it as much as she is, but she does love what she does. I can tell you that. Let me ask her, but I should know this, but let me ask her. Do you love what you do, honey? Do you love what you do? You definitely don't hate it. Do you like you get one of the things you definitely love is like the people you work with, right? Yeah. So she's got a good environment, good people. I mean, of course, sometimes in life, this is probably for me. She never says nothing, but in life, sometimes you come across a person who's had a bad day, right? I have anyway. I don't know if you guys have, but I've come across a couple people in my lifetime that had bad days. Whether or not it's more than once. That would be her to decide, right? I'm just having a conversation with you guys now. But yeah, sometimes people will not like what they do one week, and then the next week the sun is shining, you're out there, you're pulling nets, and you love life, right? So there are those days where it's raining, you're pulling nets, you don't like to be out there, right? I get it. There's those days you just don't want to get out of the bed, you had a long, rough night, whether you weren't feeling well or you didn't poop right and it kept you up all night, something kept you up, right? Coughing, pooping, sneezing. So there's these things that can play into a person not wanting to, do their daily driving, right? Now, if I talk about myself, I've been the hash man for 20. I want to do the math. I want to put out a number and stick to it. 26, 25 years plus, easily hash man. So, do I love what I do? Number one, yes. As I get older, I've learned to appreciate what others bring to the table, what others pull out of the bag as it is. And it's remarkable, you know. I love the fact that I can just say, hey, please do this, do it exactly like this, and the outcome will be phenomenal. But you gotta do exactly as I say. If you screw this up, you're gonna screw up everything, right? It's a very touch and go kind of deep romance, and so there is a lot of stress that comes with doing this. If I let you do it, you hold all the stress. I just get to see the outcome in 4 to 8 hours, you know, 6, 8 hours later, you got balls of this, that, and the other. I want to see them in 2 to 4 or 5 days later. I want to see what it turns into out of, you know, I want to see it. So I always get a kick out of that end of it now. So I appreciate the ones that have accepted my ability to teach you from afar, and you recognize who I am, right? That I appreciate that. Without that trust, there'd be no moving on for me with regard to next phases of life in regards to what's my name, right? I have paths now that I've dabbled down and literally dabbled down, but I find them not as, there's still something missing. I still am 100%, I stand behind my bubble. They're 100%. But that perfect batch of bubble is so hard to master and to come dumping out every time. Of course you can, but bubble is something that is, there is a dance happening, and it's a timed dance from the start, when it's still growing to even as you're doing it. There's another waltz, another cha-cha-cha, something's going on in that moment that you can't really miss. You have to stay in the tempo, you have to stay with it. I'm telling you, if you don't, you can really, I mean, really screw things up. Not to mention, you have to have your head on a swivel, turning your head, looking at everything twice, every second. So, is it stressful? Yeah. I mean, is it super stressful? No, but if it's your first go or your 15th or 30th go, you gotta make sure you're checking things twice every time. There's certain things that have to be checked often. And I think when I write the book that I'm gonna write, or do an audio book, or just do a special digital video that you can pay for on YouTube here, I can't wait to bring it to you. Almost done now. I got a couple more here, which is always good. This is a good thing to have a couple more here. But what is it? Yes, this is what I'm looking for right here. All right. I hopes. All right. I love you all so much. I love my wife. She's a good person who excels throughout the day. A little bit of a rough start on morning. She's not a super morning person. Today she's been pleasant and loving and beautiful. Most people I know will only be beautiful around me. I can be sour as fuck. And if you're sour towards me, I won't ever talk to you again.
So you have to choose your actions very wisely, because I'm the type. I got lots of friends. I make friends every second. So you can stay in. I have old friends. I have old as fuck friends. I have to push around in a wheelchair. They're so fucking old. But I also have brand new friends from yesterday that love me like those people do. You understand? So don't think that I'm gonna be like, oh, I need to keep this one friend forever. If you're addicted to me, I will never talk to you again. I've done it with many people. I have given a couple people little bits of chances, but I take it back pretty quick because I still hold a grudge. Even though I say, okay, I forgive you, I hold a grudge. I'm a grudge holder. I'm a man, right? You pissed me off. I need to drive you into the sand probably 4 to 10 times before I'll forgive you. Right? I'm a man. And if you don't want to be driven into the sand, please don't lip me, because there's way worse that'll happen. If I didn't get to drive you in the sand, you lip me again before I drove you down? Boy, there's second problems now have started that you can't manage to fathom for moments. But yeah, I just like when I can have like a good day. People don't tell me off, right? And that's how she goes. As soon as you want to tell somebody off, though, look in the other direction. If you're talking to me, look the other way. Pretend like you're talking to someone else. I can make their life horribly hellish. You don't want that. I saw John Kerry give a statement yesterday saying how he's American, by the way. John Kerry was on some thing saying how he's worried that, not verbatim quote here, but he says he's worried how you can't tell the truth anymore online. And he says social media. He says straight up he's using the word social media. John Kerry, how do you even know about social media? Aren't you 90? I hardly know. John Kerry can name 2 fucking people from Canada on social media. I can't, so I highly doubt he can. I highly doubt John Kerry can name 2 or 3 people from America that are on social media that aren't fucking porno strippers, okay? John Kerry knows nothing about social media. If our politicians in North America get any fucking older, I'm moving, because these crotchety old people have no clue, right? Yeah, social media is fucked up. But did you know that the American government has been involved with YouTube since 2018? Did John Kerry forget that part of the reason it's so fucked up is because the American government got involved with YouTube in 2018, 6 years ago? So, talk about you can't get a straight answer. They got rid of, and they deleted a bunch of flat earth videos. Why in the fuck would they delete flat earth videos, but they left up like the dumbest stuff you can imagine? Why are they so concerned with people talking about a dome, flat earth? Why did they delete tens of thousands and hundreds of millions of videos? They're scared of something. Why do we have an Antarctic treaty in the middle of fucking nowhere? A treaty with who? Who is in the middle of nowhere in Antarctica where they say there's just ice cubes? You guys aren't asking the right questions. And it's really pissed me off, you know? To know that there's people out there that think that they know about social media? Holy shit. The people that think they know about social media don't have a clue. The people that taught me about social media 6.5 years ago were the ones who were quelled. Do you understand what I just said? So I learned everything that was ever on here because they were here till that day that they weren't no longer here. Do you get what I'm saying? These are the most amazing minds of our time. And they were forced off of their hundreds of thousands of subscriber channels onto my small little tiny channel that picked up 75 viewers on average daily per live stream that I aired. Sometimes it'd be 25, 30, 36 people. We had 5 to 1,000 views per stream that I was popping in 2018. So try not to forget who I am and where I come from, and recognize that what they've done to the internet is quelled your ability to hear good info. That's what they've done. Nothing less. Rastafari, Jaman, Jawemon. But it's the peons. It's the ones who get jealous. You don't like me that I'm famous and you've been here longer, right? So we had the peons come through my channel, and then we had the gawkers and the stalkers and the talkers come through my channel. All the Google Hangout nerds, right? All the chubby chicks with no faces on YouTube. Gang stalking other channels that had skinny chicks with nice toes on them. I know all about y'all. All the old men that gang stalked all the cool people from YouTube, guys and girls. I guarantee you, if some of you come through Canada, you'll get questioned at the border over certain things that were reported to the Canadian government. So I'd think twice before stepping over that border. Because once you come to this side of the fence, we can lay charges on you. So if the piggies in Canada did their job, then they should be waiting on charges. As soon as you cross the border, it would blip on the screen and we'd get you. So we'll soon find out if the piggies did their jobs. Online piggies, right? The piggies that work for Google, YouTube, all them. Do they do their job, or do they work for an entity to quell and diminish people's channels who tell the truth? That answer is obviously already been answered if you talk to anybody with half a brain. But you see, some of those people that were supposed to do their jobs took a paycheck and looked the other way, didn't do their job, okay? Now I want to give you an example of something that happened to me that could happen to anybody, right? And I was with somebody that I cared about when he was younger, and we went into a store and got some chips or whatever he got, and there was a creeper in there, and I noticed it right away. And I said, hey, you gotta go come over here, stand on this side. And it was late at night. Plus I live in murder capital Canada. And I said, hey, you gotta stand over here. Basically saying, I really love you. I'll put myself in front of the danger, in front of the creepiest person I've seen in years. And you can get your thing and then you go wait outside. I got something to do in here. Right? So I cleared my loved one from the violence, from the danger. And then I proceed to deal with the most evil thing I've seen in years around me. The most evil, dangerous thing I've seen in years around me. I deal with it single-handedly. Now remember who I am, first and foremost. Remember, I'm a nice guy. I love everyone, right? I see people are screwed up, but we need to make sure that people face the consequences for their actions. Period. Period. Now, I'm not the greatest at making rules. I'm not the greatest at following all rules. You want to hear some of the rules I do follow? I never steal. I never hurt good people. Never. I only attack someone if I've been attacked. Period. Now we're going to move forth with what happened. Sort of. I'm really not saying hardly anything, but I'm going to tell you a little bit. We're going to fast forward ahead. I just thought about it. We're going to fast forward ahead. we were hoping maybe like there would be an intervention with, with the cops. I had a meth head in a store, and there were two young ladies working. Okay, that's where I'm gonna say. And there was a fucking meth head out of his mind. Okay, and gargling and grumbling and cursing, some of the weirdest stuff I've ever heard in my life. And the two women were just yelling at him, "Stop!" You know? And in the city here, people were losing their jobs. Not because they weren't protecting the store, but they're losing their jobs because stores are not able to stay in business because they're being stolen from on such a high level. Not only are they having a hard time paying their employees, but now they're losing money from inventory they've already purchased in hopes to sell in the future. Somebody comes along and steals it. The only thing they can do is claim it through insurance, which raises their insurance premiums, which again forces them out of a brick and mortar store. Those two women lose their job. People in the community don't have a store in this area. It's a no-brainer that it's not good, right? Now, okay, the store isn't the greatest type of store. There's still people who rely on that store to get milk for their babies late at night or in times of day, right? So it's still a fucking store. There's still bread there. Someone who comes in for a lunch sandwich, they can buy that there. So there's a lot of things that people are going to lose out on. Not to mention, first and foremost, those two ladies' jobs, right? So I think of some of these things at the time, and I think of some of this stuff after. And all I can think is, I have to do something. And my conscience is begging me, telling me, you have to do something, Sean. Do you know how many people I watched do nothing, standing there watching me? Grown men standing there watching me. I'm not talking about the person I was with. They're younger. There was a grown man right next to me. Did nothing. Did nothing. Way taller than I am, way heavier than I am. Did nothing. Now, you never know the way that things were going to go. I'll say this. He didn't rob the cashier. I don't know if he might have tried. I wasn't moving, so there was things I was doing, but I don't want to talk about that. I want to get off this subject now. Make sure you do something, okay? If you're able to and you see an opportunity, a moment where you can help or aid women, children, grown men that are single-handedly taking on evil by themselves, you should fucking help them, okay? This world, freedom wasn't won because Superman single-handedly defeated evil. We have some freedom here because groups of men and women stood up against the most tyrannical reigns, empires the world has ever seen and felt. And they stood up against it because they had children, or because they were expecting children, or because they wanted to have children. And they didn't want to bring them into this sick, sick world full of tyranny. All right? Full of debt. And full of much worse than even that. Starts with an S. You have to be shackled. And you have to pay up all the time. I hope you all have enjoyed this wonderful morning show brought to you by the Hash Man. I was able to clean up over here, get everything sorted. We're going to actually do one more thing, which is right here. And then we're going to do that. So I'll stay lit here for another minute or two. We'll stay live for you. Getting close to finishing almost entirely here, so
A couple more days. My wife doesn't really care for this, so I'll do it while she's at work. So, but I shouldn't. I should just keep going and then I'll be done faster. She doesn't mind. It's no big deal. It's gotta happen. Ramadan, Ramadan, Ramadan. What about strawberry pizza? Straight, I'd make you any type of pizza you felt like eating, buddy. Not gonna lie. So, how you doing? Good morning, Straight. What's good, homie? Smash that like button, Straight. Share the video with your friends. Are you all excited for the shows today, buddy? Should be pretty epic, I must say. Probably do a round of PUBG here. I'm kind of craving running through the desert with a sniper rifle. Let's go. So, what do you say? Should I PUBG it up? Let's rock and roll? It's up to you, man. You can pick. You let me know. What do you want to see next? You want to see a little round of? You want to see a round of PUBG? Me running through the desert with my gotch on, or do you want to see me Mobile Legends? You pick the next stream. I will be doing Fallout Shelter a bit later, but I feel like one of those two anyway. Mobile or PUBG or Mobile Legends. Just got this absolute fire, buddy. And you know me. Holy crap, bro. Pamplemousse. Let's go with these kinds here. This is gelato. 33. I actually had a gelato 45 last year. It was nice. We can bring it back again this year. And then I was thinking, should I cross the 33 with the 45? It's definitely going to be gelato 78. Alright, you know what? We're doing it. I'm actually going to mark that down and get that going. We already got that one out, so it won't take me long to get that done. But that is going to be some wild. It smells like ice cream. Like, it smells like a vanilla strawberry. Very, very, like, confectioner's sugar, like almost like a whipped cream. It has like a coconut whipped cream layered in vanilla frosting, you know? But yet it's cakey. It's super cakey, super creamy, ice creamy. I don't know. It's got some flavors in there. I got one called wafer cookies, and I'm telling you, the wafer, you can taste the wafer. And then the cookies comes a bit, again, vanilla-y, but it goes to like a purple grape cookie. Oh my goodness. I was thinking of calling it purple grape farts, and then I was like, no, it's a purple wafer cookie. But yeah, that's the type of stuff, that's the level of consistency that you have over here. Like where we're coming up with not only the perfect name, but the perfect terps, right? The perfect terps. So when you've been around as long as I have, you've seen a bunch of them. You know how they, these ones go together to make this type of thing. It's the ones that hadn't been done or hadn't been run to be bred that I am the most interested in. Back on this like rubber band marker, like a permanent marker smell that I used to talk about like 6, 7, 8 years ago. Holy crow, that rubber band, that toxic fumey smell. That one comes out really strong in a boatload of different ones I have right now, and they're super, super dominant traits. I won't be running those hardly. I'll keep them around, and because they are newer, in the last 15, 20 years, and it's not out there. I'll keep a couple in the stable for a future, but as it stands, we're definitely not really going to be using those. So every time I run that and then I use it, the smell dominates the other side of it, eh? And I don't like that. I want it to pull through the middle just perfectly, right? I'm putting it through like something sweet, and I'm not tasting anything that's sweet when it comes out the other side. So I stopped using them big time because I like my sweets, right? I don't want it screwing up all my sweets, so don't worry about it. I got all my sweets still perfectly preserved. I mean, I am the hash man. Try to keep that in mind. PUBG it is, buddy. I'll be right back with a PUBG for you, bro. Just finishing up this one. Beauty of a slice here. Booyah! Straight. It's such good news, buddy. Found a beaner. Oh! This stuff just reeks, bud. Reeks. Definitely some of the tackiest we got, too, so. Oh, man, I gotta go poop so bad. You know what that sound means, folks. I gotta make a run for the washroom. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in.